Hi, welcome to this episode of this video. I'm going to show you exactly the business you'll have in 12 months. You know what keeps most local businesses up at night? It's not the work itself. You're good at what you do. You can fix a roof, install a track, clear a drain, landscape a yard. The work is fine. What kills you is the money going out every single month for leads. $2,000 to Google Ads, another chunk to Facebook. Maybe you're paying one of those lead agency companies that sends you garbage leads that never converts. And every time you check your bank account, you feel it, that pit in your stomach. But here's the thing, you're not building anything, you're renting. The second you stop paying, the phone stops ringing. You're stuck on a treadmill that never stops, and the platforms, they know it. So they keep raising the prices. What cost you $50 per lead last year now costs $80. Next year it will be $120, and the leads you do get, half of them are tire kickers. People who found you because you paid to be there, not because they actually want to hire you. They are shopping around, calling 5 other companies, trying to pit you against each other on price. You didn't start your business to live like this. You started because you wanted freedom. You wanted to control your income because right now Facebook controls your income, Google controls your income. You are not the boss, they are. So let me show you what your business could look like 12 months from today if you make one decision right now. So basically, this is an experiment I built out in November of 2024, and by the end of October of 2025, we're able to generate 16 leads in total from people filling out this simple form here from this one-page website right here. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this for your business today without breaking the bank. And basically, we got our very first, last lead here around October 22nd of 2025. Yes, you might wonder, 16 leads for an entire year, that's way too small. Stay with me in this video, and I'm going to tell you some of the things we didn't do that we could have done to even make this lead up to 10 times this amount. So imagine getting up to about 200 leads completely free from Google in a single year. That would be a banger. So I need you to stick with me in this video. So I would explain exactly why we are able to show up in search for when people look for our services here on Google, and how you can replicate same for your businesses. So like most business owners, you do have a website and you only generate leads only when you run ads. That shouldn't be the case. The best spot to be right here is on the Google Maps section right there. So when people search for your businesses online, you see a lot of sponsored ads on Google before you see the map section. So the sponsored ads, people are actively competing right here. And most likely, this is where you're spending most of your money if you're running ads. And the next best space is this Google Business Profile. This is exactly where you really want your business to be, because here get 65% of the calls that are coming in. But if you're not ranking right here, you don't need to panic. The optimizations that you do with your website, that also helps with your Google Business Profile. But in this video, we're basically going to be talking about how to rank in this blue link section. Not a lot of leads are coming through here, but they still do. So when people are done calling all of this business and then they still can't get someone, you want to appear right here just below the map pack to get those leads coming in. And I'm going to tell you how to multiply this from number of locations and cities that you service. So stick with me in this video. So here is it. Well, this is our website here, ranking position number 3 for this search term, got a company McKinney. Basically, what made Google love this website? The very first thing we did with this website is get an exact match domain. Exact match domain simply means you're including the core service you renter, which is Gutters, plus the city McKinney, in naming the domain. So that's exactly what we did with this website, the first thing. The second thing we did was also include the core service plus city in the title of the website. So basically, consider the title of a book. That's exactly how this naming convention works. And you can see it's appearing right here, Gutter Installation Repair Cleaning McKinney, exactly as the title itself depicts. And the third thing we did was also include this in the very first headline of the website itself, plus the city, the very first headline. This is exactly how you want your SEO thing to kick on. As I'm doing this video, look at your website if it follows the same principle. If it doesn't, this is the time you really want to go in there and edit and follow the same principle. Then in the fourth thing we did, there was the first paragraph just immediately after the headline. You also want to include the core service plus the city in which you service. So it gives Google more context about what your page is all about. And the second section we built out is the our service section. This is where you want to list all of the related services that you also service your customers. And thus gives Google more context about what your website is about, because they have a ton of websites targeting services like this. They know exactly what it entails. So you want to give Google as many information as possible. The other section is why they should choose us. So it is here you want to include how long you've been in business, if you're family owned, if you're licensed, if you're insured, if you offer financing, what are the kind of services people are looking to get from you. This is the section you want to include all of that. The second to last thing we did is the frequently asked questions section. This is where you want to answer frequently asked questions that your customers are actively looking for on Google. So who are typing for go to a company McKinney are also looking for this kind of questions. They're also asking these questions on Google to get clarity before they make a purchase. But you want to make these questions local to your area. So as against a generic one like how much are gutters for 1,000 square foot house, that is a bit generic. It's too broad. You want to make it local to your area. So the questions will be how much are gutters for 1,000 square foot house in McKinney? How much on average does it cost to replace guttering in McKinney? So you want to make it local to the area that you're trying to service and answer the questions within that area and within that scope. Then the last thing we did was include the zip code of this specific area that we service. This gives Google more context and even gives users more context when they are looking for a specific when you're looking for a specific service in a specific area. So let me include this zip code right here so we could see something. So if we include this specific zip code right here, you see our website is ranking number 2 because of this keyword that we included on the page of the website. And basically that's all we did for this page of this website. If you have similar services that you render, you also want to position them in this format. The headline, the title, the headline, related services, what can they do to help you, include the zip code. And basically that gets your own page ranking for that core service that you render. After we've dialed in the home page or the website's content itself, the next thing we did was include our website in local directories. This enables Google to trust our websites more because authority directories are linking back to our website and giving us a boost that we are active, we are running for business. So this basically, we got our website listed on over 400 directories right here. You could go in there and register all of this yourself. But in order for you to save time, I recommend using the service of this guy, Mohammed Waheed. He does this for $75 and you get a delivery within 7 days. And basically that's all we spend, $75 for citations. And the domain name costs just $15 to acquire. And we're able to generate 16 leads with it, of which the most recent one came 22nd of October 2025. If you calculate how much we spent to the number of leads that came in, that's around $5 per lead, which is quite unreasonable because most of the clicks in this niche per click is actually anywhere between $10 to $15. So imagine how many clicks it will get to get this amount of leads coming. If you are to buy these leads from Google, you'll be spending anywhere between $1,500 to $3,000 to acquire the number of leads that we got right from this website alone, spending less than $100. But in your case, you could spend even more than that. There are things we didn't do with this website that you could do with yours. So aside from the local citations itself, there are things that the website would point out that we could have done and even even giving us a fighting chance in Google to appear for more keywords and more queries. The very first is in order for us to even double the number of calls, like you see here, it's just people filling out the form. And not so many persons usually fill out a form. They want to call a contractor to come to their home right now. So we didn't have an active phone number on this website. So that's the first thing we'll do. Have an active phone number that people can call and we can track. Probably we'll double the number of leads or even triple the number of leads that we got from people filling out this form. Then on the page website itself, we could have also included individual of these services that we render on a dedicated page. Dedicated page meaning that each page will target gutter replacement alone. And all of this content that we wrote here will be dedicated on that specific page and how it affects people in McKinney right there. So each of these services will be on a dedicated page. So we have all 7 pages on a dedicated page. Then we also have nearby locations within 5 to 20 mile radius that we serve, or anywhere between 5 to 20 minutes driving distance. So this will also help us get leads from other areas. But this is not guaranteed because Google does not like those inner pages as much as they favor the home page. But it's something we should have under our belt and first give Google more context about what our website is all about and help build the authority overall. That's something we could have done on the home page of the website. Then for the off page, we could have even get more links pointing to our website aside from the local citations that we built. And the very best way to do this is press release. It's the very cheapest of all that you can do. So press release is basically a news article that informs the public about an offering or a new service that you're rendering. So we'll leverage this press release service, guaranteeing us over 450 websites, uh, over 450 news authority websites mentioning our own website, linking back to it. So that's 450 links linking back to our own page. In addition to the 400 citations, that is over 850 links linking back to our own page. And that's the only way you get to rank from position number 2 to position number 1. You need lots of authority links pointing back to your website and linking to it. Basically, that covers exactly how you can get your website ranking on the page of Google. Then if you want to take it a step further, that you guaranteed your position number 1 ranking for most of the keywords you do, you need to hire the services of my local SEO mentor, Jackie Cho. He offers local niche edits and guest posts. These are very high authority websites pointing to your own website's own page, and it costs way higher than the press release and citations. Here, a link mentioned costs anywhere between $74 to $100 for niche edit and guest post. So it's something you want to have going forward if you're really serious about doing this. But $224 gets you started without including this section. Just the basic press release, the citation, the domain, the hosting, and the content itself. $224 gets you started on a very good website right now that you can start implementing today, not tomorrow, and you can start generating a ton of leads for your business. So basically, that's all we did to get the number of leads that came in. And the crazy part is, like I said, we didn't have an active phone number. We could have doubled or tripled the number of leads that came in. So here comes the system that actually scales this entire thing and blows it out of the water. So if you service multiple locations, you are therefore in luck right here. So since we've established that the home page itself generates more leads because of the number of links pointing to the home page, you would have a structure for other pages for separate cities that you target. So all of these websites, you would own them, and each of them are having a lot of backlinks targeting the home page, and therefore increases your ranking, and therefore you get leads from each of these websites that you own. So imagine your website appearing on the first page of Google for multiple queries in all of these cities, and you're able to get anywhere between 2 to 5 leads per month per website. That is around 14 to 15 leads every single month from your pool of websites. And the structure is going to look like this, not like our one pager that we did with the case study. So you will have your own page, which is the one pager we built. Then you have the service hub that includes all of the services that you render. Then you now have individual service pages. You now have nearby locations. So you have your website, your pool of websites targeting multiple locations, and you're appearing multiple times in the search results for each of these queries that you're actually trying to rank for. Then in addition, you now have location plus service pages. So for individual location, you have a repair page for that location, you have a replacement page for that location, and this could get anywhere between 92 to 100 and 2 pages in full coverage of that city. And Google just tends to rank you way higher than your competition. So that's something you really want to have, and you definitely get those rankings up. You rank even higher than companies like Yelp, Angie's, and other big franchise because of the number of links that are pointing to the home page of your website right there. So what this actually costs, so let me be straight. If you're going to do this yourself, it costs you $224 to get this done, including the domain hosting, citations, press release indexing, and content using AI. So my test website costs way less than that. But in your case, you can spend just $224 alone per site. That is way less than what you're spending on ads right now. So if you're running ads, here's the thing. I'm not telling you to stop running them because they're the bread and butter of your business. You want as many money on the table to be able to spare a bit for this system that we're trying to build out. So while you're running ads, you could spare a little bit of cash flow to build this system one time, and you generate leads over time. So you can basically pause this video and go through your website yourself and see exactly how to implement all of these things. Or you can decide to work with us where we build out this entire system for you. It's a done for you thing. You don't have to go back and forth on it. It's something we just go out there, we build it out for you one time, and within 3 to 4 months, you start seeing a ton of results. Aside from building a website, we don't just vanish. We help you optimize your Google business profile. We ensure that you're able to rank and you get these leads coming for your business. We also set up a review system for your Google business profile that generates reviews for you on autopilot. We set up a missed call test back function for your all your microsites and even your main site itself, such that when someone calls you and you miss it, they get text instantly. Then we have a follow-up sequence that nurtures them until they are ready to hire you. We also have an AI chat widget that we include on your website that books clients for you on autopilot, from people asking questions to qualifying them and scheduling those leads. We stay current with Google with all of the changes that comes on board, and we help you generate leads ongoing. So for the next 90 days, you could be paying for leads every single month, which is quite expensive and stressful, and it never ends. Or 12 months from now, you could be completely free from your business. You need to think the long term game. Where are you going with this business? Do you want to reduce the ad spend that you're spending? Or is this something, okay, or you really want to actually break free from and own your own property that generates leads from your autopilot consistently? So book a call with us this week and would map out exactly what it will take to get your ranking and generating those leads for you. If you've stayed with us to the end of this video, thank you for watching, and I encourage you to please subscribe to our channel. We are still growing, and if you have questions, leave them in the comment section and we'll answer them right there. See you in the next video.